Во многой мудрости много печали.
И кто умножает познание, умножает скорбь.
I've been on this planet for 40 years, and I'm no closer to understanding a single thing. Why am I here? How did I get here?
Εύχομαι όταν κάνεις παιδιά να πάρουν τα λάθος ερεθίσματα και να δημιουργήσουν το λάθος χαρακτήρα.
Why did you have him then?
Sorry?
Nothing uses carbon like a first world human, yet you created one. Why? Why would you do that? He will produce 515 tons of carbon in his lifetime. That's 40 trucks worth. Having him was the equivalent of nearly 6,500 flights to Paris. You could have flown 90 times a year, there and back nearly every week of your life, and still not have the same impact on the planet as his birth had.
Yeah, but I don't think...
Not to mention the pesticides, detergents, the huge quantity of plastics, the nuclear fuels used to keep him warm. His birth was a selfish act. It was brutal. You have condemned others to suffering. But look at me chatting. I think they're about to leave.
Lose an hour, gain an hour.
Check-in for that flight doesn't begin for another 2 hours, sir.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. If you wake up at a different time, in a different place, could you wake up as a different person?
That's why it's hard to choose. You have to make the right choice. As long as you don't choose, everything remains possible.
Hey, will you marry me? Please?
Why do you want to marry me?
Why not?
I could think of a lot of reasons if I weren't so drunk.
Why are you so drunk?
I don't know. Nights are too long.
The nights are too long because you have no one to share them with.
That's a very compassionate way of putting it.
Marry me.
But I don't know you.
What does that matter? Does anyone ever really know anyone else?
That's a good point. I'd go a step further and ask, does anybody ever really know themselves?
Exactly.
What's your name?
Katie.
Glad to meet you, Katie. Henry.
How are you, Henry?
Wasted.
So what do you say? Will you marry me?
Well, I doubt we can get married right here in the middle of the night.
We could if we were in Reno.
Yeah.
God, I wish we lived in Reno.
Let's sleep on it.
No way, mister. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
What?
You know what I mean.
We don't have to sleep on it together.
Why? Don't you think I'm beautiful?
Katie, you're a goddess.
Listen, pal, don't waste my time. There are plenty of men out there who die trying to marry me.
I don't doubt it. Listen, why don't we just get engaged for the time being?
Engaged, huh?
Yeah. That way I can find us a place to live, get set up right and proper.
Why, don't you have a place to live now?
No, not exactly.
What about a ring?
Ring?
A ring. If we're gonna get engaged, you gotta give me a ring.
Oh, yeah, ring. Here. It's my college ring.
God. It's beautiful.
It's a little big on you.
Oh, no, it's just perfect, Henry. Thank you.
Oh, it's worth it just to see you smile like that, Katie.
So, do you have a job?
A job? Well, no, not at the moment. I'm working on my PhD.
You're a doctor?
Of theology. Almost.
What are you going to do when you get out of school?
Oh, I don't know. I've been in school all my life. I don't know how to do anything.
Well, I hope you don't expect me to go out and support you for the rest of your life.
Already with the nagging. What a torturous path I've made for myself, shackling myself to you. Oh, Katie, now don't get so upset. All newlyweds have these little battles. We'll survive.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You're a good man, Henry.
I'm not a concept, Joel. I'm just a fucked up girl who's looking for my own peace of mind. I'm not perfect.
I can't see anything that I don't like about you.
But you
right
will.
Now, I can't.
But you will. You know, you will think of things. And I'll get bored with you and feel trapped because that's what happens with me.
Okay.
Mógłbyś przyciszyć telewizor?
My wife leaves me for someone smarter, handsomer, and more emotionally demonstrative. Until then, I wait.
You worm!
Chciałabyś teraz ze mną kopulować?
Co?
Dlaczego nie? Czy jestem gorszy od innych? Zastanów się, czy jestem gorszy od innych? Po co ci, kurde, te bzdurne kolacje, te wyjście do kina, ten wagon kasy, którego, kurde, w życiu nie będę miał? To są bzdurne, wiesz, rzeczy, to są maski. Bądźmy sobą, jesteśmy przez naturę obdarzeni tym, że po prostu kłaść się na brzuchu i brzdęk.
Świece, spacery, kina, kolacje. Kiedy ja lubię taką otoczkę.
Tak? Lubisz, jak cię facet oszukuje, prawda? Ponoć z niego taki jest ideał. A tak naprawdę pierdzi w kanapę, beka, wącha skarpety. Myśli, że jest taki ponoć naprawdę niepowtarzalny. Na początku oni się wszyscy kreują na takich fajnych, wiesz, takich ludzi pozbawionych wad. A przy okazji z tego wyrozumiałego faceta wykluwa się taki gbur, wiesz? Te zwykłe nasze ja, ta zwierzęcość, która nas zawsze będzie otaczać, że jesteśmy zwykłymi animalami, wiesz? A dziewczyny, moim zdaniem, no cóż, poznałem kilka takich dziewczyn w swoim życiu, gdzie twierdziły mi, że bąków nie puszczają. Jak puszczają, to na pewno nie śmierdzące, a jak robią kupę, nie, one kupy nie robiły, kurde, one kupy nie robiły, a jak robiły kupę, to taką malutką, wiesz, takie bobki, pum. Połóżmy się na brzuchu i zróbmy to, co nam największą przyjemność sprawia. Jiggy, jiggy, please.
Tak? No to zróbmy to.
O.
A śniło mi się jeszcze wiele rzeczy. Kraj dziwny, trudny, ciężki kraj. Kraj, w którym tyle trzeba pracować, tyle trzeba mieć nadziei i serca. To mój najgorszy sen. Okropny sen. Ale to sen, co? W życiu to chyba jest niemożliwe. Mimo wszystko życie nie jest tak okrutne, co?
Nie trzeba mieć złych snów.
Co zrobić, żeby się dało zapomnieć?
Niech się pan napije wódki. Przejdzie. Wszystko przechodzi. Nie ma gorszego snu jak życie. I też przechodzi.
I said, God damn! God damn!
Better than sex, Reine. Better than sex. The ultimate hit. I'm a fucking adult. I can find out for myself. Well, I'm finding out all right.
I used to be like you guys before I met Abel.
Off drugs and into religion. Fun trade.
All monotheistic religions have their dark side. When you think about all the terrible things that have been done in his name, you might well wonder if one God is one God too many. But I'm not ready to give up on the idea of one true God. Monotheism has the power to unite people in quite extraordinary ways.
We've been through this before. You interrupt the prayer. You make up your own words. Until you prove you can behave, your place is with the women. You are condemning me to hell by denying me my prayers! I am doing no such thing. Upstairs! No! I want to pray!
What? I shall now walk across the fire. If my God is the true God, I shall suffer no harm. If, however, your gods exist, they will roast me like a pig. You're mad. Across the fire. Look. Stop! You can't do that. Let the man go. Be quiet, Bacon, or we'll throw you in as well. Get out! No! Tu es protestant? Je le suis!
Bien sûr qu'il est protestant. T'as qu'à se convertir.
Tu l'as entendu? Récite le credo! Récite! Credo in unum Deum, Patrem omnipotentem! Récite! Récite! Et in unum Dominum Jesum Christum!
Attention!
Oh.
Muslim Turks swept into Europe with a vast superior force, striking at Romania, threatening all of Christendom.
The truth is, your leaders are bigots. Your generals are bandits. You employ any mercenary you can get, and the Pope plays politics. The truth is, your war is filth, greed, and hypocrisy, and the other side is just as rotten.
I will tell you.
All sides are rotten, except for people like you. Religious fanatics who incite murder for the sake of a God they have never known.
The world is as it is, a fallen world. Men are what they are, sinners. And your mind is sick. It will lead you straight to hell.
There is no hell. Don't you understand? Because there is no God. There never was. Don't you understand? There is no God. It's a legend.
Why would you want to prove that all is for nothing?
I never said all is for nothing. I'm a businessman, Mr. Leth. Nothing is for nothing. Ex inordinatio venit pecunia.
What?
There's money in ordering disorder. Chaos pays, Mr. Leth. Chaos comprises a rich vein of ore that with Mancom's muscle will be all mine, to mine.
The saddest aspect of mankind's need to believe in a god, or to put it another way, a purpose greater than this life, is that it makes this life meaningless. You see, this is all just a way station on the road to some promised eternity. The reason I chose you, I mean, rather perversely, I admit, is because you represent the antithesis of my project. A man of faith. You see, you've persisted in believing that a phone call could give your life meaning. You've waited and waited for that call, and as a result, you've led a meaningless life.
So, what are you telling me? We're still losing the hearts and minds thing?
You remember last week when you said there was an invisible line that separates good from evil, and you thought you'd crossed it, and I said, no, you're a good boy?
Yeah, I remember. So what?
I've changed my opinion.
So you think I'm evil, Bosco?
I'm certain of it.
Welcome to my world, Jerry.
I don't want to be a part of your world.
You're already there. Become what you're meant to become.
خب حالا چی دیدی؟ این همه منو تماشا کردی؟
قصه میخوری. یادت نمیاد چی میخوای. خواستن رو یادت نمیاد. خیلی ازش گذشته. هیچی هم عوض نمیشه.
بیشعورا و پولدارا تنها کسی هم که فکر میکنن یک چیزی باید عوض شه.
Listen up, maggots. You are not special. You are not a beautiful or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.
I've learned to enjoy the small things in life, because sometimes that's all you've got. Small reminders that not everything has gone rotten. Life's unbearable without variety. I certainly hope that I can bring something different to the people in my life. Something to inspire them. Give them something to talk about. Because at the end of the day, that's all anyone can do. Make an impression. I hope when I die, people will remember me with a smile.
Roligt att höra att ni har det bra.
Vad roligt att höra att ni har det bra. Jo, jag sa det att vad roligt att höra att ni har det bra.
Vad roligt att höra att ni har det bra. Mm. Mm. Mm.
I learned not to trust people because you know what? People always let you down.
Hi, Littler.
The idea, in the Nazi view, wasn't so bad after all. Healthy, beautiful, blonde and happy people. A future society. Nearly a paradise. For some reason, National Socialism did not work out, just as the Soviet socialism didn't.
Was ist geschehen? Sag mir, wo die Blumen sind. Mädchen
Both left thousands of mass graves, millions of murdered people. Was it coincidence? The birth of the new man was the ultimate aim of Marxism, breeding a new evolutionary form of human being who will think, look, and act differently. But communists were not alone in this endeavor.
Co z waszej krwi? No i bez! Kapciano ci się banderowce! To zobacz, co oni robią z naszymi dzieciami! Lecimy dalej.
Got a prayer, Soldier Blue? A nice poem? Say something pretty.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
self-destructive man feels completely alienated, utterly alone. He's an outsider to the human community. He thinks to himself, I must be insane. What he fails to realize is that society has, just as he does, a vested interest in considerable losses, in catastrophes. These wars, famines, floods, and quakes meet well-defined needs. Man wants chaos. In fact, he's gotta have it. Depression, strife, riots, murder, all this dread. We're irresistibly drawn to that almost orgiastic state created out of death and destruction. It's in all of us. We revel in it. The media tries to put a sad face on these things, painting them up as great human tragedies. But we all know the function of the media has never been to eliminate the evils of the world. No. Their job is to persuade us to accept those evils and get used to living with them. The powers that be want us to be passive observers. You got a match? And they haven't given us any other options outside the occasional, purely symbolic, participatory act of voting. You want the puppet on the right or the puppet on the left? I feel that the time has come to project my own inadequacies and dissatisfactions into the socio-political and scientific schemes. To let my own lack of a voice be heard.